Testing. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Yai lai lai lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai lai, ya lai lai, lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai 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 lai, ya lai lai, ya lai lai. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Yerushalayim, 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 Yerushalayim. Sisu et Yerushalayim Kehilah, Kehilah kol oravecha, kol oravecha. Sisu et Yerushalayim Kehilah, Kehilah kol ohavecha. Al chomoraich ir David avgadet shomrim, kol hayom vekol halayla. Al kol chomotaich David bechotayich omrim, kol hayom vekol halayla. Sisu et Yerushalayim Kehilah, Kehilah kol ohavecha, kol haohavecha. Sisu et Yerushalayim Kehilah, Kehilah kol ohavecha. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It gives me such joy to imagine all of you in like your bunny slippers with your glass of wine. I'm hoping you bring that back with, well, no, don't bring that back with you when we finally reopen, but please do bring the joy of that back with you when we are finally able to be together in the same space. Tonight, as we celebrate Shabbat, we have this opportunity to just breathe, to breathe in the peace that we are creating for ourselves in our homes, to breathe in a moment of separation and difference from the perhaps rest, but also perhaps chaos of the rest of the week. And so even if it's still chaos where you are, even if being at home isn't the most restful, I hope that over the next 25 hours you'll be able to find that moment of rest and that moment of peace. And as we celebrate Shabbat tonight, we are also commemorating Yom Yerushalayim, which celebrates the reunification of Jerusalem, particularly access to the Western Wall. So as we celebrate tonight, you'll hear many songs invoking that theme, that memory, that idea. And so I invite you, as we pray together tonight, to, maybe you want to put the Western Wall as the background on your computer screen, or pull out some old photo albums from a trip to Israel that you took, or just go in your mind, go to that place and think about the way that Jerusalem settles down on Shabbat. It's almost been like that lately, that feeling of Jerusalem on Shabbat, with everything kind of shut down and kids riding bikes in the streets and a different kind of peace. So breathe that in tonight as we light candles together. You can find our blessing on either page 2 or page 120.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue with Lecha Dodi, page 138. We'll do the first verse and the last verse. And of course, when we get to the last verse, we invite you to stand where you are and face the entrance of the space that you are in as you welcome Shabbat into your space. Page 138 or page 20.
Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi Ya la 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 likrat kala Ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi Ya la 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 likrat kala Ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'diburecha Ishmiya
seated, page 144 or page 26 for the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
אמן.
ועל מה דברך חירותי והמליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
We take a moment now to ask for God's blessings on those who are observing Shiva or Shloshim, the immediate 7 and 30-day mourning period. If you wish to, please stand at this time so that we may ask for God's blessings upon you. Hamakom yenachem etchem, may you be comforted among the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. The rest of your community stands now to join you in prayer as we turn to the Baruch Hu, page 28 or 146.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Page 31 or 149 at the top of the page. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
The gift of Torah is ever present for us as we round the corner to the last few days before Shavuot, when we celebrate the gift of Torah at the top of Mount Sinai. We read together at the bottom of page 33 or 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל אדוני
seated as we turn to the next page, 36 or 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשעתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטודפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם amen.
So we turn to page 40 or 158 for Micha Mocha, and I am smiling today, remembering the story that we talked about at Lunch and Learn on Tuesday at noon. And it was the story of the two Israelites who are leaving Egypt with the rest of the Israelite community. And as they cross the sea, they are so distracted by, the mud. Because, the bottom of the sea isn't dry, it's wet. So it's, they're sloshing through and stepping on octopuses and, starfish, whatever else is.
Sea urchins.
It hurts, right? Ouch.
Oh, ouch, yeah.
Ooh, crabs.
That would.
All kinds of stuff.
Sure.
All kinds of stuff.
Rock lobsters? Who knows? That's not a kosher conversation.
I'm just thinking geographically. I don't think it's unlikely. But regardless, they're crossing the sea and they're complaining. They are on their way to freedom. They are literally leaving slavery, but all they can focus on is the mud on the ground, the way their sandals are getting ruined, how bad it smells at the bottom of the ocean. And when they get to the other side and they see everybody singing and dancing, they're confused. What's everyone so happy about? They were so busy looking at the mud and the muck and the dead fish that they missed the miracle all around. And I think the same goes for us right now. We are on day 10,047 and a half of being in quarantine, and it's really easy to see the mud all around and to just be ready to step outside and rip off your mask and hug your friends. But let's look for those miracles, the miracle that we are able to protect ourselves even as we begin to venture out, the miracle that we're able to make choices together, the miracle that we enter freedom together, tentatively and courageously. Page 40, 158.
Yai, lai, lai, lai. Lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Micha mocha ba'elim b'Adonai. Micha mocha ne'edar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh. Nora tehilot osef eleh. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, lai, lai. Malechutecha ra'u banecha lokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze'eli anu ve'amru Adonai imlo
We seek protection from the strangeness, from the uncertainty, from the in-between of right now, page 42 or 160. We find Hashkivenu, a source of comfort.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, ulechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, ulechaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, ulechaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, ulechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu, uvoeinu, lechaim ulshalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. We continue together. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, Eloheinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomrei, Eloheinu
Shabbat also is a source of protection for us, just as we protect Shabbat and keep it holy. Page 44 or 162. We want to see, I'm assuming we're that one. That. I'm going to do it here, only because I know you're doing it with me, so I don't feel silly. We need a little joy.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת השבת לדורות הברית עולם. וביום השביעי שפט וינפש, שפט וינפש, שפט וינפש, ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם.
We turn to the Amidah, page 46 or 164. We stand together, and tonight let's put ourselves in that holy place, standing at the Kotel, at the Western Wall in Jerusalem. And as we take this time to pray together, both together with one another who we know is all tuning in and being part of this virtual and in-person experience for those you're sitting there with, we also think of the generations before, those to whom we are connected who have stood at that wall, touched those stones. And as we get to silent prayer, as we get to that moment when we each have the opportunity to pray from our own hearts and our own minds, I want you to imagine the words that you would write on your little scroll, the words that you would place in that wall, the words that you would leave in the crevices with the words of our ancestors and the words of all those who came before and those who are yet to come after. So we connect ourselves to that space. We connect ourselves to this moment and to this day. Page 46, 164, let's stand together.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon Kol Melech Hasadim Tovim, Bekonei HaKol, Bezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nechem Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol, Atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mohorid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim bechesed, Mechayei HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Uminto melach, Melech memit umechayeh, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Let's be seated, reading at the top of 173 or page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day, and may all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day, and may all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Top of page 175 or page 57. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael u'tefilatam ba'ahavat tikabel u'tehil ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. We take this time for individual prayer and reflection, writing our own prayers on the scrolls of our hearts.
A white sail facing a black cloud can be seen in the distance, and through the distance the festive lights shimmer. Even when the world seems the most dark, there will always be a little light sparkling through. Your light, O God, we pray, let it be. Lu Yehi, by one of the most prolific Israeli songwriters who have ever lived, Naomi Shemer. Join me in this prayer.
עוד יש מפרש לבן באופק, מול ענן שחור כבד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. ואם בחלונות הערב אור נרות החג רועד, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
Join with me.
לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
Lu Yehi.
Lo Yehi, Lo Yehi, we pray, let it be. נבקש, לו יהי, לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש, לו יהי. Amen.
We continue with Misha Berach, a prayer for healing, which you can find on page 371 of our prayer book. Or 253.
Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We keep talking about this new normal that we are in right now, this new normal of social distancing and lots of hand sanitizer and wearing masks and all of these precautions that we are taking to stay healthy and to stay safe. All good things. And I've been bristling at the phrase because I don't want this to become normal. I want to go back to this room being filled with beautiful people that we love, and I want this to go back to hugging, and I want us to, the kids to go back to school, and for us to come back to regular working hours. And I so badly want things to go back, not to this new normal, but I want them to go back to the real normal, the normal I remember, the normal it was not so long ago. And I feel this, and I know so many of us are feeling this, and it makes me think about those who are struggling with illness of their own, not COVID-19 related, but chronic illness, maybe that is known about, maybe that is seen, or maybe those people who struggle to be healthy day in and day out and go through regular activities and keep up with everybody else's normal, when in fact they are feeling sick or tired or in pain, but they put on that smile, that new normal for them that becomes how we interact with the world. And so for us who are experiencing this for the first time, those who've been otherwise healthy who are now experiencing what it feels like to move through the world as if one has an illness, we have new compassion, new empathy, and perhaps that too becomes a new normal for each one of us as we come to understand what it means to be ill, and as we pray for a return to health, a return to wholeness, and a return to healing. If there's someone you're thinking of tonight, I invite you to put their names into the chat, either on YouTube or Facebook Live, or if you don't feel like doing that, you can say that name out loud to the universe and know that we are all here holding you, whether we can hear you or not. And we also add these names of members of our community who are in need of healing at this time. We wish a refuah shlema, a speedy recovery, to Bill Adler, Stacy Adler, Shirley Friedlander, Gershon Ben Miriam, Max Goldberg, Tina Gomberg, Rachel Goldschmidt, Hallie Gratis, Jeff Klein, Dan Kobilka, Janie Andrea Kramer, Label David Ben Saralea, Stacy Megalitis, Nancy Moffett, Russell Pollock, Rabbi J. Adele Plotkin, Michael Peeler Smith, Cooper Romanelli, Tricia Porter, Alex Rabin, Don Rosenblum, Sally Rosenblum, Vertime Ruland, Lori Sellis, Kathy Sudhalter, Jim Unruh, Rachmiel Tzvi, Ben Devora, Yosef, Ben Miriam. We wish a refuah shlema to all.
Misha Berach Imoteinu Mekor HaBracha Lavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal
Let's continue with a prayer for our country, page 258 or 376. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit, as we say together, Amen. Prayer for the state of Israel.
Avinu shebashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit tzmichat geulateinu.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu shebashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalot. Amen. Selah. Amen. Selah.
Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom. Hope everyone's comfy, having a nice night so far. As a rabbi's kid, that's me I'm talking about, not my own kids, it should come as no surprise that I started going to services at a pretty young age. My brothers and I had all of these little traditions and rituals. For example, we would inch towards the edge of the pews when it got to Aleinu, because we wanted to be the first ones in line for oneg cookies. We also used to point out all of the places where our dad would change the words in the prayer book. He would turn all of the male language into gender-neutral language before there was a revised edition of the prayer book, very ahead of his time. We also had favorite readings that we thought were funny for one reason or another. And my best friend and I, who used to come with us to services, then we'd have a sleepover, it was great. We had a little shtick that we would do, reciting a story from the Siddur in our best rabbi voice. A little disclaimer here, I never claimed to be a cool kid, and now you know the truth. I really was not a cool kid. Regardless, Rabbi Chaim of Tzantz used to tell this parable we would recite. A man wandering, lost in the forest for several days, finally encountered another. "Brother, show me the way out of this forest," one of us would shout. And then laughing, we would stretch out our hands, and the other would respond, "Brother, I too am lost. I can only tell you this. The ways I have tried lead nowhere. They have only led me astray. Take my hand and let's search for the way together." And then we would conclude doing our best impressions of my dad. I really hope he's watching right now. And Rabbi Chaim would add, "And so it is with us. As we go our separate ways, we may go astray. Let us join hands and search for the way together." How did I do, Dad? Are you watching? I hope you're watching. Inevitably, we would collapse into giggles and turn our attention to one of our other favorite shticks or games. And I wonder, looking back on it now, if the reason that we had this little blurb memorized was because we really found it so funny, or if perhaps there was a truth there that resonated as we navigated the notorious wilderness of middle school. Last week, we left the book of Leviticus and entered Bamidbar, the book of Numbers. The word Bamidbar literally means in the wilderness, as it chronicles the Israelites' continued journey through the desert, their extended route from Egypt to the Promised Land. Like Rabbi Chaim's parable, and like us, the Israelites are making their way through, dare I say it again, these uncharted waters, this unprecedented territory, these uncertain times. We have never resonated so deeply with the journey through the Midbar. Journeys, of course, are a common trope in beloved stories. I recently watched an excellent film that chronicled a young woman's calling to lands beyond. Through the dangerous journey, she connected with her past and her present as she battles the elements and struggles with her relationships and comes into her own. And at the end of the film, the frozen queen, once known as Elsa of Arendelle, relinquishes her title to find freedom with the Northuldra people. Sorry for the spoiler if for some reason you have been waiting to see Frozen 2. For those of you who don't have a 5-year-old girl watching this on repeat in your house, I highly recommend that you see it once, because the Disney Corporation has brilliantly tapped into something innately human. As Elsa looks out on her village, she hears a voice calling her into the unknown. She is drawn to leave her home and see what awaits her in the world beyond. Much like the Israelites, she is both hesitant and determined to begin the journey. Joseph Campbell first wrote about this literary device in his 1949 book, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Campbell explains that the hero's journey takes the main character from the known into the unknown and back again, while facing a series of obstacles and ultimately undergoing a process of transformation. Nearly every story we've loved fits into this structure, from The Wizard of Oz to Star Wars to Harry Potter to, yes, both Frozen 1 and 2. In the protagonists of our favorite stories, we see ourselves, our own struggles, our own obstacles, and hopefully our own transformation. As our heroes plunge into the unknown and defeat their demons, it feels like we too might be able to make it through the wilderness and overcome all that stands in our way. In the book of Numbers, the Israelites are on a collective hero's journey of their own. As a people, they are transforming, learning who it is they are destined to become as they meet challenge after challenge on the way to the Promised Land. By the end of Bamidbar, the next generation of Israelite people will stand at the banks of the Jordan River. Once again, they are about to cross the water, as once again they prepare to enter new territory ahead. We are standing at a threshold here tonight, too. The governor has announced the transition from shelter in place to phase 1 of reopening. And next week, you will receive guidelines from us here at CBI about what it will look like as we gently reopen our synagogue doors with joy and with caution. We too have faced a series of challenges in getting to this point. We are exhausted and we are triumphant. We have had to make enormously difficult decisions, from postponing anticipated B'nai Mitzvah to closing our beloved Camp Stein for the summer. As we get ready to join the rest of Arizona in a careful return to socially distant gathering, we find ourselves facing yet another obstacle. There are competing values at play. We want you to be safe, and we want to see your faces. We want to hear this room filled with song once again, and we want you to make the difficult choice to stay safe at home if you are particularly vulnerable to COVID-19. We know that so many of you are lonely or grieving, or perhaps you're ready to celebrate a simcha already. And in our hands, we hold these two midot, these two values. Lo tov lehiot adam levado. It is not good for a person to be alone. And the value of briut, of health and safety, specifically your health and safety, is our top priority. We are stepping into the unknown. We have never had to re-enter buildings and synagogues and prayer spaces in the midst of a global pandemic before. Parshat Bamidbar takes a particular interest in the role of the Levites throughout the journey from Egypt to the Promised Land. The Levites, whose primary job was to assist the priests in their holy tasks, were divided by ancestral lines in their roles. The Parsha speaks specifically about the Kohathites, the descendants of Kohath, son of Levi. The Kohathites were responsible for protecting sacred ritual items. Part of this job meant transporting the Mishkan itself, the portable Ark of the Covenant, through the desert as the Israelites made their way through the wilderness. Rabbi Elise Frischman quotes Hilchot Klei HaMikdash, where here Ramban explains that the Kohathites would not face outwards towards the desert as they traversed the rocky path, but rather they would face inwards, both towards the ark itself and towards one another. And this is a reminder that as they navigate the Midbar, as they move through the wilderness, they are able to lock eyes with one another and keep the divine presence between them. In other words, the people move together, and God is right there with them. One thing is clear on every hero's journey. While we all navigate our own path, nobody does so alone. Along the way, the hero meets helpers and mentors who reach out to guide them down the right path. The enduring lesson of Frozen 2 and every other story that follows the trope is about trust and partnership. While ultimately each of the main characters finds her own destiny, they both still need to support each other and let each other go. You see what I did there? To become their fullest selves. And of course, this lesson applies to nearly every other movie and book that follows this course. In the days ahead, we will each traverse the distance from the known to the unknown, and hopefully back to the known. But we each need to chart our own path as to when we feel ready to get groceries or go to the gym, to visit with friends, return to synagogue. But we don't do it alone. Like the Kohathites who transported the Mishkan, we make these decisions while locking eyes with our loved ones, the sanctity of our lives and our health at the center. We may take the first step as individuals, but we are in no way alone. We are entering the next phase. We are stepping into the unknown. We are traversing the wilderness. And we remember, a man wandering lost in the forest for several days finally encountered another. "Brother, show me the way out of this forest." The man replied, "Brother, I too am lost. I can only tell you this. The ways I have tried lead nowhere. They have only led me astray. Take my hand," in a socially distant way, of course, "and let's search for the way together." And Rabbi Chaim would add, and so it is with us. As we go our separate ways, we may go astray, but let us join hands and search for the way together. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like distance, I don't care how far. Somehow I will be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong. Amen.
For the record, I asked him to sing Into the Unknown. But I think we'll let Idina Menzel be Idina Menzel. That was beautiful. That was
Thank
from
you.
Hercules?
From Hercules, from Disney's Hercules.
All right. Hero's Journey.
Amen.
We have some announcements. First of all, we want to wish a very, very happy Mazel Tov to the Saltzman family. Sydney will become bat mitzvah here on this bima. She and her family will be the only ones here on this bima, and the cantor will actually be sitting down there to make sure we give them all some space. But she becomes bat mitzvah tomorrow, and I was saying today, this is going to be a bat mitzvah that I will always remember. I always remember all of them, I promise. But the first one that I've ever, my first socially distant bat mitzvah, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating with her. We need some joy. We need some happiness.
Amen.
We'll meet online tomorrow morning for Shabbat Torah study at 9 a.m. in the Zoom room. It will be with me. Please see your email for the link and bring your own coffee because we aren't in your kitchen. And join us. Torah study, of course, will be followed by Sydney's Bat Mitzvah or Shabbat morning service, which you can find on YouTube or Facebook Live. The Mishpacha Family Project is beginning now. If you haven't heard about the Mishpacha Project, the mission is to help members achieve their dream of creating a Mishpacha, a family, a Jewish family, through fertility assistance grants. The application is now open with plans to award grants by the end of the summer. So please visit the Mishpacha Project page on our website to read more and to submit your application if this is something that touches you in your life. Our next, I skipped two things because I wrote Seth Ketubah and Seth Mobile Milestones. So we'll talk about those two things. But I'll finish up and then we'll let him do his thing. Next book group, we are reading Unorthodox. Bonus points if you also watch the TV show, but you have to read the book too. Our discussion will be June 16th at 7, so you've got a little time, but go ahead and order the book now so you've got some time to read it. And of course, don't forget to email cbicares@cbiaz.org if you are facing a physical, emotional, or spiritual need. Of course, you can also reach out to any of your clergy directly or just call the office and let them know, but that is one easy way to let us know if you need some support. Lastly, from me, don't forget to let us know if you have earned a sticker tonight for B'nai Mitzvah credit by watching and participating in this service. Thank you. Cantor?
Thank you, Rabbi. So 2 things. One, we began at the beginning of May an engagement initiative to bring spiritual fulfillment and celebration and joy to your homes, well, 6 feet from your homes.
I also bring a ukulele when I go.
You do, and you play it very beautifully. I love it. I love it. But it's all about, obviously, the cameraman, Charlie Mason Barkin, right?
You can hire him if you want.
I may. Is he busy on Sunday? I have a few. Well, as we are talking and joking about, this is called Mobile Milestones. And for any of you who are celebrating a milestone birthday, either Rabbi Mason Barkin, Rabbi Khan, or myself have been coming to your home standing 6 feet away, and we have been singing to you happy birthday and giving you a special blessing and giving you a very special birthday card. We're going to continue to do this, God willing, for a very, very long time. And what's so beautiful is that we have obviously a very wonderfully large membership listserv that gives us all of the birth dates. So we know all of you who are celebrating these milestones. But what has started happening is some of you have reached out to me privately and requested some mobile milestones. And that's really, really wonderful. So if you would like to go ahead and request a mobile milestone for yourself or for someone else for a birthday, we're doing birthdays right now. Okay, and then eventually we would love to do anniversaries as well. Please email me directly at cantor, C-A-N-T-O-R, @cbiaz.org, and we would love to celebrate your special day with you. That's number one. And number two, starting June 1st, we are going to be having our first virtual congregational exhibit called Sharing Our Jewish Treasures on the Ketubah. For those of you who have a ketubah, I would love for you to take a picture of it, a wonderfully high-quality picture, and send it to me so we can go ahead and put it up in a virtual art space that we will be attaching to our museum page to drive traffic towards our beautiful Plotkin Museum. And it would be a wonderful thing to kick off our centennial with, I would say 100 ketubot, but we're going to be good with 50 or even 30. We have so far 25, which is absolutely wonderful. I only have one. And you have one, and maybe we all only have one. What I'm saying is that all of you who have already sent in 25 so far with a little description and a wonderful variety, it's going to be a lovely, lovely exhibit. I've shared mine. I know Rabbi Misenbarkian is going to go ahead and share hers, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And these are going to be new quarterly exhibits about a Jewish item from our congregational collection.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's also a great way for us to get to know more about each other.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the sweetest. All right, Jackie, any announcements?
Well, it's always wonderful to have you here every week, Jackie.
I know when we get to the concluding prayers that there's no O-night cookies out there, so I've got no reason to rush.
That's true.
But I know everyone else maybe has dinner on the stove, so let's continue with counting the Omer. We're almost there.
44. Did we talk about Shavuot?
Shavuot.
That's how we remember. See, set reminders for yourself.
That's why we count.
There you go.
Thursday night is a multi-congregational Shavuot celebration virtually. Rabbis and cantors from all of the different Reform congregations in the area will be teaching different classes up until midnight. So I really hope you like me because I'm not teaching until like 11:15 p.m. and I'm hoping some of you will stick around.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be there teaching by myself.
I'm teaching at 8:15, but I'm going to come back on.
You better.
And join you.
I'm holding you to it.
Oh yeah, I will. I have my coffee ready. I think I'm the only cantor teaching.
You might be.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
going to be all the rabbis and me.
So join us at 7 for the opening ritual, and then you'll have the chance to pick different classes throughout the evening, all the way up until midnight. And as the story goes, at midnight, the heavens open up, and we have this clear moment of connection with God, and you don't want to miss that. So stay with us till midnight. Let's count the Omer.
Okay, sounds good. Today is the 44th day of the Omer. הנני מוכן מזומן לקיים מצוות עשר של ספירת האומר. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת האומר. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. היום 44 יום שהם 6 שבועות ושני ימים לעומר. Today is the 44th day, which is 6 weeks and 2 days of the Omer.
Amen. Let's continue with Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וכוחנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Rabbi, before we do the Kaddish, can I just amend one thing I said earlier?
Yes.
When I said that I am the only cantor and that is fine, it doesn't mean that I'm happy about being the only cantor. It means that if that's the way that it has to be, that's the way it has to be. But now I want to challenge all of you. Give my cantorial colleagues a nudge. I don't want to be the only cantor teaching that night, so tell them, we want to go ahead and see you go ahead and teach as well, because we need a little bit more representation,
I believe
think.
Cantor Woolman is helping a little with the
beginning,
with the
as
beginning.
well as Emily, and I know that Todd as well. But I want to see him teach a little bit more, you
too,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
challenge. I can't say challenge accepted because I'm not a cantor.
Challenge proposed.
Challenge proposed. Who's going to accept it? With laughter, we remember the memories that we've shared with our loved ones who made us laugh and made us smile. We also remember their stories, remember their songs, the way that they enriched our lives. Tonight, we remember the passing of the following people who were recently laid to their eternal rest. We remember Dr. Arnold Kahn. We remember Miriam Weinberg, mother of Andrew Weinberg, Les Erdos, father of Lee Levy, and we remember Van Jameson, husband of Mona Jameson. If you are remembering someone whose yahrzeit occurs at this time, it's the anniversary of their death, I invite you to share their name either in the chat or to say it out loud. You can also do so if you are in the 7 days of Shloshim or the 30 days, the 7 days of Shiva or 30 days of Shloshim, the days of intensive mourning. We remember those of our congregational family whose yahrzeits occur this week. We remember Max Bandler, Jonathan Blitz, Ramona Bodell, Norbert Breyer, Ray Colbert, Dorothy Crown, Lillian Filer, Adolph Fuchs, Rose Gamsu, Charles Gladstone, Abraham Glazer, Bennett Gold, Henry Goldschmidt, Jacob Goldstein, Burton Greatman, Charles Green, Joseph Gross, Earl Hahn, Matilda Horn, Morris Horwitz, Edward Kahn, Jerry Kahn, Edna Kalina, Charles Karp, Benjamin Kessner, Mariette Kruglich, Margit Lacker, Margaret Leva, Renee Lorsch, George Manny, Ruth Etta Marcus, Joseph H. Miller, Ethel Pearlstein, William Perlin, Elliot Peskind, Abraham Polk, Lewis Robbins, Howard Salinger, Seymour Schnittman, Gilda Schock, Rose Schwartz, Irene Simon, Mildred Spindle, Philip Starr, Sophie Treger, Alan J. Waxman, and Edith Wolf. We take a moment now for you to add any other names that you are thinking of at this time. We also remember the 6 million who perished in the Shoah, including the 1.5 million children who have no one to say Kaddish for them. As always, and especially tonight on Yom Yerushalayim, we recall with admiration the soldiers and civilians of the state of Israel who have given their lives for our Jewish homeland. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may all of their lives be for a blessing. We turn to Words of Kaddish, page 598 or 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash me'rabah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. B'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudashah barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'miran be'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom mimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen.
Amen.
May the source of peace send peace to all who are in mourning and comfort to each one who is bereaved as we say together, Amen.
Amen. So we hope the Saltzman family is standing by because we are going to have Sydney lead us in Kiddush. And while we are getting her on the line, we are going to join together in one of the most wonderfully beautiful songs about Jerusalem, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, found on page 660 or 356, written by Naomi Shemer. אוויר הרים צלול כיין וריח אורנים נישא ברוח ארבעים עם כל פעמונים ובתרדמת אילן באבן שבויה בחלומה העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שירייך אני כינור חזרנו אל בורות המים לשוק ולכיכר שופר קורא בהר הבית בעיר העתיקה ובמערות אשר בסלע אלפי שמשות זורחות ושוב נרד אל ים המלח בדרך יריחו. Let's join together. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שירייך אני
So this is the moment when we would call all of the kids up. So if you are a kid and you're watching, I hope you have talked your parents into some juice tonight. I know juice isn't really something parents do anymore, but on Shabbat it's special, so you get to have a little bit. Tell them the rabbi said so. So fill your cup, and oh, you got it?
I got it.
All right, I'll stop vamping.
We have a very special guest. We are joined by our soon-to-be bat mitzvah tomorrow morning, Sydney Saltzman, who is going to lead us in the Kiddush for tonight via FaceTime. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech
Eloheinu borei peri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'ei kodesh zeicher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Raise them up. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Kol hakavod. Beautifully done.
Okay, Seer.
Oh, yeah.
Sydney, that was amazing. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. Early mazel tov.
While you're on the line with us, you want to join us for Hamotzi as well, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. You lead Motzi, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hamotzi lechem in haaretz.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai.
Elohim melech haolam.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz batei avon. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We'll see you in the morning. Shabbat shalom. We'll see you online in the morning.